Hey, good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone feeling today? Beautiful Sunday morning. God bless everyone. Just wanted to take a quick minute over here to analyze a little bit of what I saw last night. There were three excellent fights last night on TV last night. We had one MMA and two boxing events. All three were great fights. We'll talk about that Bam Bam Rodriguez fight because that fight, history was made last night. Bam Bam is the man right now. But we're going to talk about Teofimo Lopez versus Steve Claggett, who came in last night as a big underdog, but yet showed a lot of heart and determination and was able to take Teofimo Lopez all the way to the 12 rounds for the first time in Steve Cleggett's career. That was the first time he actually fought 12 rounds, right? Teofimo came in last night defending his WBA junior welterweight title. He won by a unanimous decision. They said that he outlanded Claggett 315 to 60-something punches. I don't go so much by those punch stats because, honestly speaking, Steve Claggett was very busy last night. He showed a lot of activity last night, you know. Excuse me one second, guys. It's curtain. I'm back. But anyway, getting back to Teofimo Lopez versus Steve Claggett. Again, Teofimo Lopez won by unanimous decision last night, but he failed to make a statement, you know, fighting this underdog, Steve Claggett. You know, a lot of people are now going to question Teofimo Lopez against other bigger opponents like Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, and a few others that are in that division. And of course, we've also heard Teofimo saying that he'll be interested in going up to welterweight and fighting even Crawford, which last night I think proves otherwise. I think Teofimo needs to remain at 140 pounds. This is, I believe, his fifth fight at 140 pounds, and he didn't knock anyone out except for Pedro Campos, who's a tough journeyman from Mexico over there. You know, they're trying to bring him up, no offense to Pedro. But, you know, Teofimo Lopez is not showing the power that he was carrying at 135 pounds. So if he's not showing that type of power at 140 pounds, imagine at 147 pounds where you have Crawford, Boots, and many other fast, tough, skilled guys just like himself. Okay? So back to the fight last night. Steve Claggett, kudos to Steve Claggett, who came in from Canada with a record of 38 wins, 8 losses, 26 KOs. And I didn't know too much about Steve Claggett. I had to watch one of his fights prior to this one. And the one that I saw was against a former prospect in Alberto Machado from Puerto Rico, which they were trying to bring him up almost as the next Felix Trinidad because of the power that he carried. Unfortunately, Albert Machado didn't reach the level that the promotions thought that he was going to reach. To me, the man can't take punches to the body. I think everybody learned that, and that was the type of game plan that after he lost his first loss because of body shots, everybody started learning, let's go to the body, you know, with Albert Machado because he's so tall and lanky. And unfortunately, that's what's taking him down. He hasn't fought since 2023. But getting back to Steve Claggett, that was actually a good performance by Steve Claggett. He actually showed a little bit of pop in that fight. And if I'm not mistaken, they were saying that that was his first fight at 140 pounds. So, and it seems like he's a small guy. I thought he seemed kind of small against Teofimo Lopez also. So when I had seen his fight against Alberto Machado, you know, the volume of punches, I thought that what he did last night, that's what he was going to do against Teofimo. I thought he was going to be able to do that for about maybe 5 to 6, 7 rounds. I didn't think it was going to go past 7 rounds, honestly speaking, because of Teofimo Lopez's skills, speed, and the power that he carried, which he did put in display a little bit somewhere in the 8th and 9th round when he started picking it up a little bit in the later rounds and started catching Claggett with some good right uppercuts and then just coming right over the top with the right cross. And, you know, there were times there that I thought Claggett was going to go down. However, Claggett, once again, showed true heart, true determination, didn't let that take him off his game plan, continue his volume of punches, his activity in there, pressing Teofimo Lopez to the point where, you know, he even actually cut Teofimo Lopez on both eyes. Teofimo Lopez, both eyes were swollen. He was looking a little bit fatigued in the later rounds also, which goes to show the type of pressure that Steve Claggett was putting on. The power was definitely not there for Claggett. You know what I mean, to do any type of damage to Teofimo. But once again, man, this guy was really determined. He didn't go in there to lay his head down. This guy came in to win. He really came in, and so good fight. Congratulations to Steve Claggett. He has nothing to feel bad about. True warrior, gave us a good performance, gave all our money worth, whether you paid for the event or you didn't. Naughty. But anyway, so now, what's next for Teofimo Lopez? Who is it that we want to see him fight? Me personally, I would love to see him in the ring with Tank Davis at this point of his career. Who do I think will win that fight? I would pick Tank to win that fight because of his skills, his IQ also. He's shown to have better defense than Teofimo Lopez. But there's also names like Ryan Garcia. That would be a huge fight against him and Teofimo Lopez. I think a lot of people would rather see that fight there. Also, that'll be a good, entertaining fight. That fight right now, for me, I haven't really analyzed it too much. It's a toss-up right now. I'm going to study it later on throughout the week and maybe come up with a prediction for that one. But once again, Teofimo Lopez has to continue working, which he is. I believe he is. I have read that ESPN, though, or Top Rank, I believe, had offered him Kenny Sims, Elvis Rodriguez, and I think also Ray Murataja, which I don't think Ray Murataja right now should be given to Teofimo Lopez. Actually, but last night, however, he did have a good performance, But I think he's got to marinate a little bit before they give him Teofimo. Although he does have a good chance against Teofimo Lopez too. This Murataja is a beast. But Kenny Sims would have been a problem for Teofimo Lopez and Elvis Rodriguez. So I think I would understand why Teofimo and his management team would say, you know what, let's take Claggett for now. You know what I mean? Let's just get us some rounds, and then later on, we'll choose somebody like Kenny Sims or Elvis Rodriguez, which I wouldn't be surprised if those are the two. Either one of those opponents is the one that we're going to see Teofimo Lopez against probably next if he doesn't move up to 147. Okay, if he moves up to 147, most likely it's going to be a big fight. And then that's where I think we'll see Teofimo actually demise a little bit in that division. Because I don't think he's ready for 147, I know he's a warrior. He got true heart, and he believes in his skills, and I do too. But I'm also a boxing trainer. I've been doing this for 32 years. I know what it is to cut weight and fight bigger guys, you know what I mean? Because it's not easy. So Teofimo, have patience, be smart in picking your fights, My recommendation, don't go up to 147, stay at 140, Teofimo, okay? And as for Steve Claggett, congratulations, Steve Claggett. You gave a good performance last night, which I'm pretty sure Top Rank, it's going to put you on their card again, and willing to see you again against another tough opponent out there, all right? But anyway, guys, that's it for now. I'll come back later to give you my analyzation of Bam Bam Rodriguez against Estrada last night. That was a crazy fight. Oh, my God, guys. We saw history last night. This kid, Bam Bam Rodriguez, is a problem. But again, we'll talk about that later, okay? Green Eye Bandit is out. See you on the next one. Hit like if you did like this video, and if you did, give me a like anyway and show me some support, you know what I mean, and show some love, and we'll see you guys later.